Ni hao, and welcome back to the Chinese campaign. Let's see. It's been a couple of days since I played because, well, I've been busy with with Stalker 2. But let's see here. We are 1 month out from successfully invading Western India. We have a battle fleet hitting here. And hopefully, now that we're no longer at war, the Spanish will let us through Gibraltar. And then we can go here and invade northern Egypt. Sadly, you cannot invade this through the Red Sea. You have to have a fleet in the eastern Mediterranean, which currently I don't. Well, I have a light cruiser, but that's not enough. So it's going to take them a while to get there. 2 turns to get to Gibraltar and then another one to get here. So there is a possibility that we're going to have a peace treaty with the US after this invasion is done. Just because I don't have any... If I don't have any active invasions, they might just give me peace. Is this fleet in the maybe I can just launch one against Italian Somaliland. Nope, cannot. Not now, because this fleet is not yet in the West Indian Ocean. So, alright, let's hope for the best. Let's hope that the war continues for just a little bit more. Our government wants to create an alliance with Soviet Union. I don't really want that. I want to ultimately fight them and take some of their stuff. That's what I want. But seeing as we apparently have very good relations with them, the best way to stop being friendly is to agree to the alliance, then break the alliance. Actually, the Soviets said no. We understand the problems of China, but if they do not have money to support their navy, which apparently I don't, according to the Soviets, alright, that's fine. I've got more money than I know what to do with. Thank you, but whatever. I've taken Western India. And we encounter a Tacoma-class light cruiser. And Mudeng is back. Alright, I thought she was being repaired, but apparently she teleported back to her task force, which is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted her to do. Let's do some very mean things to that light cruiser. And I think the Mudeng needs to do this alone. She's just been in for repairs, so maybe the crews are a little bit rusty. Just to be on the safe side, I will turn these torpedoes off. Everything else can go home. Here's Mudeng. Alright, Mudeng. You've one-shot a light cruiser before. I think you can do it again. Cruising speed. What's the range? Almost 50 kilometers. Okay, the enemy is hiding in their little smoke screen. That's fine. Smoke will dissipate. There it goes. Not scored a single hit yet. Let's go down to ×3 game speed. Nice. Well, it technically wasn't a one shot because 2 of those shells hit at the same time, but that's one light cruiser just turned into atoms. Who are the Soviets fighting? Korean Empire wants a Chang'an class heavy cruiser. 2 of them. Excuse me, actually. That's fine. They don't weigh much. That's less than 20,000 tons for 2 of them. Sweden wants a Shein class battleship. 104%. Nice. Iraq is invading Turkey. Bangladesh has taken the northeast frontier from the United States. Papua. Where the heck is that? 9,000 tons. I can easily do that. That's 1 cruiser. Here we are. Yeah. Easily do. Oh, wow. A battle cruiser. Sailing off alone. Yeah, this is a decent little invasion task force. We're gonna take this. Now, do I have a spare capital ship to counter that American battlecruiser that just showed up? Are we still in the West Indian Ocean here? Let's just do South Africa, shall we? And I can send this stuff down there. Yeah, Hefei and Mudeng can intercept the battlecruiser. It is heading to Bombay and will be there in 3 turns. So I'm guessing it will arrive like here in 1 turn. So they can take care of that. And I'm sending down some Timus to South Africa. That will be either Cape Town or Durban. That will be the invasion point. Heats and Shima and Chubin, they can go to Durban, which might also be the invasion point. Or maybe Port Elizabeth. There we go. It's gonna be one of them. Alright. Alright. December 1961. Almost done with another shipyard expansion just to get the shipbuilding capacity up. And because what else am I going to spend money on at this point? Do I have any ships completed soon? It's gonna take a little while. I'll get new heavy cruisers in a year. New battleships in 4 months. Hang on. I do have ships that can counter that American battlecruiser. In Chinchu, Shanghai, and Haichao. So, Mudang and friends, you're not gonna bother that battlecruiser. In fact, you will remain on station because there are a bunch of ships heading your way. That's what you will do. Ding Jin. That's the torpedo thing. Do I dare send that up against a battlecruiser with actual decent firepower? I don't really. Let's send out some of these battleships instead. Yes, they are alone. But that'll just have to do. They can have one light cruiser each as escorts. It's not much, it's something. I just hope one of those task forces will actually intercept the battlecruiser, and then we're gonna see some new ships in action. Hopefully. Let's see, we're plus 50 with the Soviets after they rejected the alliance offer. GDP is 12 trillion, which is now higher than the US GDP. Germany has 12.1. I think mine, it's also 12.1. We're about tied for first. Now we're actually a little bit ahead of Germany, so we are the #1 GDP nation. That is nice. And I just saw Sweden scrapped some of the ships they bought from me previously, which is a little bit strange because none of them are really outdated or anything. That's kind of the perk with starting a campaign in 1940. No ship you can build in 1940 will really be completely obsolete at any point later in the campaign, because you pretty much have most of the tech. Well, minus some big gun tech, but here we go. USDD's Bernadou class. Alright. We're just gonna have to sink them without wasting too much ammo, because I don't know if this task force can get resupplied when they're operating in the Mediterranean. I think they can, but I'm not sure. And I've decided to send most of my task force home, and we're just going with the heavy cruisers. That should be enough to sink the DDs. Yeah, let's just get a decent thumbnail out of these guys. Maybe from the back to show off their triple super firing XYZ turrets, I guess that would be. Yeah, that's nice enough. Okay, onwards to find the enemy. And not many seconds later, the enemy has been located. Actually, we're turning in this way. We're gonna try and sail parallel. Dahlgren Steinaker. It's a very Scandinavian sounding name. They're smoking up and turning invisible. That's fine. They will be visible soon enough. Cloudy weather is working in their favor. There we go. Lead ship has been spotted and is coming under fire. And cruisers now have one target each. Find that to probably be the best idea. Did these guys have armor? I keep forgetting which class. 1 inch. At 14 kilometers. Yeah, it should be possible to penetrate. Yeah, there we go. We're causing the floodings. Dahlgren falling all line. Lambs now being the closest ship. They can't really decide who gets to be the lead ship, because the change of group leader is on by default. The AI doesn't turn it off. We're taking some damage in return, but it's really, really minor. And only from their 5.6 inch guns. Their torpedoes are not in range. Dahlgren is gonna sink. There she goes. Shang-Chi is the one taking fire from the enemy. Next victim will probably be the Steinaker, I think. We're running a little bit low on that HE though. Let's just switch to AP. Because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna win this anyway, and who knows? if they're gonna need HE in a couple of months. And also the AP just seems to be very, very effective at causing floodings. You'd think they're just overpen and do nothing. At least that used to be the case. But there have been some changes in that regard to the game, so... kind of like that. Obviously, yeah, they are overpenning, but an 8-inch shell versus a destroyer is... it still cause quite a bit of damage, and it does. Like perforating it and knocking out the engines and letting in all the water. Just need a little bit of flooding on the stern. Okay, fine, go use her HE then. And there she goes. You know, some of my ships actually continued firing AP, even when I gave them permission to load HE. But there we go. Some victory points, and 3 enemy DDs sunk. And I did not waste a whole bunch of battleship ammo doing that. A Legend class battlecruiser accompanied by Seattle class heavy cruiser, Tacoma class light cruiser, and Bernadou class DD. Facing Hifa, Mudang, Nanning, Wuxi, and all of their friends. Let's go. And again, I'm sending the light cruisers and DDs home, keeping the battleships and the heavy cruisers. And we've already spotted the main way out in the distance. Way out. Oh, the weather is pretty much perfect, so that kind of makes sense. The main is a huge ship. Main is now spotting Hefei and Mudang. The Mudang will be the first one in range. Let's see, yeah, Main does not have that great range on her 14-inch guns. It's around 30 kilometers. Which of course the Mudang will outrange, and she is engaging now. I'm going to drop down to cruising speed for the whole task force. Hefei not yet in range. Nanning and Wuxi also not yet in range. Hefei is now in range. I was going to switch her fire to the light cruiser, but it disappeared. Okay, there you... Speaking of disappearing, there goes the DD. Nanning and Wuxi, you can engage Des Moines. Heavy cruisers are already engaging Olympia, which is perfect. Exactly what I wanted them to do. Nothing in Wuxi already punishing that poor heavy cruiser. Maine is missing her tower. Olympia is getting peppered by 11-inch fire from the cruisers. Ife has now taken some superficial damage. Olympia has disintegrated. Ife has now taken some not so superficial damage. But I think the main is just about done. There she goes. Mudang with the finishing blow. And we just have the Des Moines left to deal with. Cruisers, ceasefire. I wonder if Mudang will be the one with the finishing blow on this one too. He's got a decent chance of hitting. Yeah, that did some damage. If not the finishing blow, it certainly certainly left a mark. There she goes. Yep, it was the Mudang. With the kill. Excellent. Now let's see exactly where those invasions are. Denmark allied with the US. I think you picked the wrong team there, Denmark. Sweden wants to buy light cruisers. Fine. Ottoman Empire wants to buy one Dalian class battlecruiser. 68% profit margin. No, I don't have the capacity for that just now. We're gonna have to wait. New Zealand became a nation. Let's see, here we go, 100%. That invasion has not been filled yet. But now that we know where it is, $314,000 tons. That's not really that much. I mean, we can do it with this task force alone. And these guys well, let's go take Italian Somaliland. But first off, can we now get through here? Yes. The strait is open. There's the battle cruiser. It got around my battleships. Although these are kind of slow battleships, so it was probably fast enough to not get drawn into the battle. Let's just send these back into port. And who knows, maybe they can generate some missions. Maybe. I can send these to Bombay, actually. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. That's something they can do. We're getting even more advanced marine engines. And we are dropping the ship construction time, which is nice. Very nice. Let's just go to next month. First off, I got some stuff that's being finished next month. Well, a couple of DDs at least. No, it's suspended? I should have resumed construction on that before agreeing to building a lot of stuff for my allies. Oh well. How about there you go, resume. How much over capacity am I now? 30,000. Thereabouts. So let's just spend 4 of these. The one's going to Shanghai. Just for a couple of months. Although I'm probably just going to forget it again. And I think Mudang will get another battle with a bunch of American ships that are coming in. Maybe also including a battleship. Let's go. Alright. Let's see. Got a strike here, actually. Undefended port. Mogadishu. Very nice. Rhode Island arrived alone. Kind of scary ship, though, with all those 18.7-inch guns. 16 18.7-inch guns. That's more firepower than any of my battleships have, but I know she does not have the armor to back up those big sticks. Although, when you're fighting a ship like Mudang, there's really no amount of armor that can keep you safe. So maybe they're onto something. And there we go. Mudang has spotted Rhode Island. I actually wanted to make this a single ship duel, only Mudang versus Rhode Island, but I decided that no, I want to bring the Hefei along as well, just in case. Just in case Mudang proves incapable of actually hitting. Yeah, 51.3 kilometer range on those 18-inch guns means we don't really have much of a range advantage. a little bit of a range advantage, but not really that much. Should have an accuracy advantage though at that range. Because Rhode Island only has Mark IV guns. Only, quote unquote. And they are quads. Which do give her a minus 15% accuracy debuff. There we go. We score the first hit. Mudang does very, very serious damage with that single shell. That's exactly what I like to see. And we're firing HE, which should be enough. Yeah, AP would just overpen, I say, and my HE shell is blocked. There we go. Let's see her rate of fire. Yeah, well, half around a minute. 116 second reload time. Mudang. Never mind. Mudang just won. Yeah, got much better rate of fire despite having bigger guns. That was how many hits? Six hits in total. 1 blocked, 3 overpens, and 2 full penetrations. Nice. Well done, Mudang. 27% main gun accuracy. 22 rounds fired, 6 rounds hit. And that was that. I like that. Oh, here we go. These were heading into port, the port of Bombay. And they encountered the Legend-class battlecruiser Arizona. So, first action for the Gia-class battleships. Alright. This might get exciting. Do I bring the Kaifeng along as a scout? I might. Might do that. I don't remember if these had any good tower spotting. But it might be the case that they just do not. We're gonna put these on the thumbnail instead. I think we might. Given that they are new ships that have not seen action yet. They're not very fast though, so the enemy will get to decide the engagement. But 10 long-range 14-inch guns apiece. See, I do outrange them, don't I? I mean, it was the battleship wing that spotted the enemy first. That means I do not need the Kaifeng around. So you can go home. Yeah, let's see. 46-kilometer range, Arizona. If I can just select it. Oh yeah. Good range advantage. 10.5 on the main belt, 4 inches everywhere else. Doable. Wow, look at the penetration at 40,000 meters. It just drops off completely. Even the deck pen is way worse than at 35,000 meters. Okay. Interesting. See, cruising speed 21.4 knots. Firing at 41 kilometers. At very range that I just found. My guns are really not that great at I think around 30 kilometers is where my deck penetration is the best. Yeah, we're not really hitting much. 33 kilometers, at least if we do hit. I should be able to do some damage. How about this? Is that a decent angle? That looks very dramatic. Almost as if she's the one exploding. He scored one hit, it just didn't do anything. Inexperienced crews don't really help that much either. Arizona is firing back. That round I think is gonna hit. This one too. Two ricochets. Well, they are closing in. They are in 6-inch range now. And main tower on wing took some damage. And my accuracy on these ships is quite junk, to be completely honest. But it should get better now. That's the recoil. There we go, finally scoring some hits. Set against to save. Just hoping that my ships will just wait a couple of seconds after each turret is fired before firing the next one. Just kind of slowing down the salvos a little bit. Flash fire on Arizona. That is nice. That's a good start. Do you have any more ammo left? Yes. Okay, that's loud. But these Gia-class battleships are also vulnerable to flash fires. So just gotta keep that in mind. Yeah, we're landing the hits now. Which will of course be useful because I'm also gaining experience on these crews. They might be a little bit more accurate next time around. And 40-second reload time. These one have yeah, it's almost exactly the same reload time on both mine and the enemy ship. Oh yeah, these Legend class battlecruisers have torpedoes. I keep forgetting that. I'm just gonna let Shein take it. And there goes Arizona. Yeah, they kind of suffer from the same problem as the Timu class battleships. Just too much guns for such a small hull. So the recoil gets really bad. Korean Empire would like to order one Metal Snake light cruiser. Sure enough. Germany failed to take Belgium. No, they're trying to take it by sea with a single battleship. Why not just send the army to do it, Germany? I mean, isn't that what you should be doing? And next turn, I will be able to launch an invasion of northern Egypt. Which is, of course, very nice. So, I could start an invasion this turn against Italian Somaliland, but that means I cannot start an invasion of the US held northern Egypt next turn. Because for some reason you can't do it 2 times in a row. There we go. Yes, that is... wait, first off. Continue building. Very nice. Decent shipyard increase. And what's going on here? Anything finished yet? Chow Long battleship ready in 2 months. He's got 9 16-inch guns. I've completely forgotten what this ship looks like, so yeah. Maybe we can see her in action. But we're probably not going to see her in this episode. Britain likes me. US Admiral fired. Richard Murfin suddenly replaced by Richard Stanley. Undefeated port strike. And a meeting. A single DD. Very nice. And this is exactly the kind of battle I would like to auto-resolve. Because it's not very exciting. But I don't dare do that. Because I know how auto-resolve works in this game. And it would completely screw me over, I'm sure of it. It would tell me that, no, this DD indeed sank most of my battleships. And damaged everything else. How that's supposed to have happened, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that's what auto-resolve would lead to. So, Just gonna play this out. Let these 3 light cruisers knock it out. Okay, you launched your torpedoes. They're very slow electric torpedoes. Let's just not be where the torpedoes will be. Luckily, these cruisers can turn on a dime. So the torps are going to end up here somewhere. And with them being out, there's not much this DD can threaten me with. There we go. Very nice battle. Kind of sarcastically meant. And somehow 1,000 victory points though, just for a DD. Korean Empire would like to order 3 Weihai class light cruisers. Somehow over capacity? Why? I've gained Papua. Did something get sent in for a pier? Yisheng and Wing. Oh yeah, I sent them to Bombay, of course. I sent them to port. And they got a little bit damaged. So, they are now being repaired because of that. That makes sense. That makes complete sense, actually. So we are gonna suspend 1 heavy cruiser. And now these will be finished in 1 month. This will be finished in 1 month. Nice. And we are now launching the invasion of northern Egypt, which should be possible now. There we go. 899,000 tons. This is 286,000 tons. Do I have enough tonnage? I need to pull in some extra tonnage from somewhere. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to find the tonnage. I've got some sitting here. What kind of US ship is this? 3 DDs. Yeah, I can take care of that with a comparatively light force. These guys can just go here, and we're gonna hope that Port Said is where the invasion will pop up, because then I can actually do that from here. That should be possible. Let's find out next time. Goodbye, and take care.